from there. He's waving his hand. Hi. How's it going?
Really good.
You got another 77 today.
I did, but I got 3 cool cushions.
How is this bus on takeoff?
It's okay.
Bears don't play till tonight, eh? I checked it.
I can catch the 4th quarter.
Hello, George.
Hi, good to see you guys.
Oh, yeah. Same with you.
Did you see that game yesterday? Now I don't even know who was playing.
Brady in Carolina, he certainly showed up, yes.
Yeah, well, I was telling you, he doesn't lose 2 games in a row, but not that game. There was a game last night, and just give me a second. Was it the Tennessee Titans? They were winning by, let's see, it was, well, it had to be 4 points. They were winning by 4 points because you needed a touchdown.
Yeah.
And so there was, let's see, the other team got the ball. It was 30, let's see, what was the score now? No, I can't remember. Was it 20, it wasn't 24 to 20. Oh, it was 26-22, I think, or 26-21, something like that, for the Titans. And there was, let's see. Well, they did a couple of plays, but obviously they needed the ball in the end zone. So at the point that they needed, that they were trying to get 2 or 3 plays in, there was 23 seconds on the clock, right?
Yeah.
So they came down to 1 play. There was 1 play left. And he was about right around their own 40-yard line. He threw it to the end zone. I couldn't believe it. There was 4 guys went up for the ball. 3 from the Titans and 1 guy from the other team. And the guy from the other team caught it. There was 2 seconds on the clock when they got the touchdown to win the game.
Wow.
I could not believe what I was seeing. It was all over TV last night. That's all they were talking about.
So is this bus still pretty good on takeoff?
Oh, let's see.
It's not in bad condition either.
No, it's not.
A lot of these 77s are in decent shape.
Yeah. No, this one's okay. The only thing I could find wrong with it so far is my left-hand outside mirror. It is unadjustable, and it is so low, I'm almost looking at the ground. It's really, I can't adjust it up to look down the side of my bus.
So
I'm using the convex mirror.
So how was your weekend?
Let's see, it was really good. I drove my wife's new used vehicle for the first time. I had to go down Deerfoot to Spring Garden to return my badge. So I did that, and it was beautiful to drive that vehicle. And I like to listen to 660 All News Radio when I'm driving. So I got the radio on. I'm getting the traffic reports and stuff. So everything looked good. The weather was good. The roads were good. So all you have to do is push one button. It says Sirius for Sirius Satellite Radio. And I pushed that button, and you got Elvis right now. Oh, I love it. So I got the Elvis radio going, went over to Spring Gardens, turned in my badge, and because it had to be in by yesterday, so I went in on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
And then, as I was leaving the garage, luckily I wasn't out the doors yet, and I remembered schedules. So I turned around and walked over, and sure enough, because on the north end of the city, they had lots and lots of Route 11, Route 12 schedules. So I picked them up and I got them here today for the people. If you need one,
Yes.
wouldn't hurt to grab one.
The turbo on this thing is...
Yeah.
Hear that when you took off?
Yeah.
There's
Oh.
What?
Oh, go ahead.
There's a couple 77s I'm gonna be chasing down today that I want to get on.
Oh, okay.
There's one on Woodbine, a 7739. Have you driven that one?
7739?
Yeah.
Yes, I have quite a few.
I love the white 77s, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, I've driven that one quite a bit.
And 54's on 37 today, but guess what's also on Woodbine? 7842.
Wow.
This is not from spring, this is all VP stuff.
That's right. So then after I got the schedules, I came back to this end of the city and I got a haircut. My wife was nice enough to pay for that for me. And then, let's see, then I went home and had a nice evening. And Sunday, we went to church over at our pastor's, the pastor and his wife. We went over to their place for our Sunday service at their house. And then we went down to 9th Avenue Southeast, Inglewood. My daughter had some paintings at an art gallery, and somebody bought like $2,000.
I wanted to ask you, what type of buses did you see at the garage?
I didn't. I was just parking in the parking lot and just quickly went in.
Yeah.
Turned my badge, got the schedules, and I was gone.
Yeah.
And it was a Saturday. I saw a few drivers, but that's all. But can you imagine my daughter sold a painting for, it was almost $2,000?
So I checked on Route 14. You know how they leave the big bus on that one?
Right.
They're not even using the 78s on the
What are
weekend.
they using?
The Excelsiors, then some of the 8000 series D40LFRs.
Okay.
D40LFs, but none of these.
Right.
But I guess that makes sense though, eh? They don't use VP on the weekend.
No, that's right. That's why I couldn't go there. On Saturday, I don't think they have a dispatcher. So I had to run over to Spring Gardens. But the vehicle held the road really nice.
There's a 9211.
There we are.
You might get that on the way home tonight.
Let's see. Yes, actually I will. If, as long as it doesn't break down that is. So pickup's nice on this.
Not like 01 though.
No, not like that.
Oh man, the turbo on this thing.
So yeah, I had a nice weekend. It was really nice. Watched some football last night. I just hope the Bears win tonight. Man, they need a win. I think they will. They'll come out hungry. Who are they playing tonight, you know?
Minnesota scumbags. I don't like Minnesota.
Yeah, the Vikings, right.
They're my most hated rival.
Boy, the Steelers are 9-0, eh?
I know, right?
Wow. That start they never
Do you
had.
see the Dolphins this year?
Yeah.
Tua is just fitting right in.
Yeah, that's right.
And their defense.
Yeah.
And poor Justin Herbert, eh?
Well, that game last night, the late game on Sunday, man, the rain. Whoa.
No, yeah, I watched that whole game.
The end of the game, it was coming down. Whoa.
It was like a tropical downpour, eh?
Exactly, it really was. I said to my wife, look at this. I couldn't believe it.
New England's 4-5, but if they lose one more, they're done.
Yeah, that's right. You're welcome.
Belichick's a hard-nosed, though. No matter how bad the season is, you don't play, you get benched.
That's right.
Belichick does not mess around.
No.
Brady was angry yesterday. He threw for 341 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Well, yeah, yes, that's right.
Cardinals won again.
Yeah, that's right.
Just did, though. That game was down to the wire.
Yeah.
No odometer on this bus to tell you how many kilometers it has.
Let's see. I see something here. Boy, I'll tell you, that's an odometer. It sure is small. No, that's not working. No.
What would be your guess that this bus has on it?
Oh, I don't even know what year it is.
Oh, 1.
Oh, is it really?
7725, right? Yeah.
They probably rebuilt this a few times. Well, I mean, it'll soon be 20 years. Probably January.
They might get more out of these than 20 years. They might have to do
Well,
that.
they can do it. Yeah, I mean, you can tell by the vehicle it's not bad at all.
Man, I love this turbo, George.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Happy Monday.
Yeah, we just telling them yesterday one of the things we did after church, we went over to our pastor's house for a small service, and after church we went down to, my daughter had some of her art on display at Art Gallery in Inglewood on 9th Avenue Southeast.
Oh yeah.
And as we walked in, there was some people having a framed picture wrapped up. I couldn't actually see it. My wife said it was a scenery picture. And it was being wrapped up. And I think they mentioned my daughter's name or something. Anyhow, it was my daughter's. Big on it. It was almost 2,000. Oh my goodness. I know. I could not believe that she's selling for that at that price now. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I guess when they're originals, right?
Yeah. She had
Yeah.
some pictures of roses.
Huh.
Beautiful picture of a rose. And that was around $1,000. But it comes with a nice frame. But still.
She must be a good artist.
She is. She's
Yeah.
amazing. Hi.
How are you doing?
I am doing great. Good to see you. How's everybody?
I think it's
That's great.
How are the kids? How are the kids doing today?
Yeah. You'll have to say hi to everybody for
I
me.
did.
Please do.
I just thought so big that you coming, that's why I said.
Yeah, I'm retiring the end of January.
Everybody's gonna miss George, eh?
Oh, I'm gonna miss him brutally. How are the kiddos doing today?
Yeah.
A little sluggish after the weekend. That's always how it
Well, I
is.
don't get many in the morning time, but
I can't remember her name. You'll have to say
Yeah.
hi.
Oh, but before Christmas break, you'll be busy.
well, no, they'll still come at there's part time and full time, so there's only say 15 full time and say about 45 full part time, so they come at different times. Eh?
Do you notice this is another 77, eh? You
Oh,
always
yeah, no, I don't ever pay attention. I shouldn't pay attention, but I don't.
2001 2001.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a sad memorial. Did you hear they're retiring these sometime soon?
What's that memorial?
Yeah.
That's
It's
Yeah.
not bus, okay?
Yeah.
You're a real better.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like a tribute to them, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. When's the last day of school for you? Is it Friday, December Friday,
I
December
think it's the,
18th.
yeah, something like that.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
believe so, yeah.
I asked somebody and they said their school was Friday, December 18th. So another month and that'll be it for the school.
Yeah.
They won't even put 4-car trains out. Maybe a few, but not much.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if they're gonna hold off, you know?
Right.
Because what we got, how many we got, what, a month? So 4 weeks.
Yeah, 4 weeks. It sounds like we're going to give the whole week off before Christmas.
Well, yeah, well, I don't go back until I get 2 weeks off. I don't go back until January.
Did I tell you last week I got to ride some of the old U2 cars?
Oh, yeah.
I got to ride on some of the old U2 C-Train cars. And George, you're right on them U2 cars, the rust is so bad.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, no, it's terrible. It's running right off.
But hey, they use them till they break.
Yeah, that's right.
Because that's what
Nobody's
they...
in them when that happens.
Memorial too.
You know what they should do? George, you know what they should do in the future? Put a Siemens U2 motor in the new trains, eh? That would sound pretty cool.
Would it fit?
No, I don't know.
I don't think it would. They're a different, just a different style.
You know what? They run on different motors than the S200s
That's
do.
right. So we get 2 long weekends for Christmas. You get
Yeah, I'll be busy at Superstore though.
Christmas
sure.
and then January.
Yeah.
January the 1st is a Friday as well.
And I think Boxing Day is going to be on a Saturday this year.
Oh, it's gonna be nuts.
Oh, Boxing Day.
Boxing Day is on a Saturday, I think.
Oh, and shoot, not this Friday, but next Friday is gonna be... Forget about trying to get your regular shopping done.
Oh, all of my kids go online. They get a lot of stuff online.
Yeah, yeah.
But oh
A lot of
man,
stuff they get.
because you go to the store, it's all sold out.
Well, they're doing Black Friday already.
Yeah, right?
Oh, man, I'm surprised they didn't have it last summer. Oh, these guys. It used to be Black Friday was on Black Friday. Now it's a week earlier.
Yeah.
Remember what you said to me, George? I said, what's the 302 bus route? I'm like, it's the bus rapid transit route that takes you downtown. He's like, bacon BLT for McDonald's.
Yeah, that's right.
Bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
I always said that, yeah.
Isn't that what you say, how the Indians say it or something? I don't know. Bacon, lettuce, and tomato, is that what they say?
Well, no, it's Oriental sound. When they
Oh.
were saying the letter L, they will pronounce it with an R.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So lettuce instead of lettuce.
Yeah, that's right. That's how they would say it. That's why I said that. It's just a take on them.
You know, I
They
got
say
like
lettuce.
50 or 60 of these on my channel, so when they retire, I have lots of footage. And there's a website, I can check what buses are on what routes, so when I go out, I can track them down eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Transit
That's quite the hobby.
Transit 55, it's a live bus tracker for Calgary Transit.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that movie, The Christmas Chronicles?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it
next
was
one
good.
comes out Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me
November
that.
25th. I checked on the internet. It's Wednesday, November 25th.
That's on Netflix, you said, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll get to go watch with the kids.
I went on,
It's going to be so nice. The expanse, when they show the North Pole, the way they open the doors, and it's going to be so cool. I was looking at the trailer on the internet, and it looks so good. So good. You know, at the very end, on the trailer, Goldie Hawn, she plays Mrs. Claus. That was hilarious the way she's standing there near him, and she said to Kurt Russell as Santa Claus, "You really like this, don't you?" And he said, "Well, well." Oh, that was good. When there's trouble, he really enjoys all like the adventure.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she said that to him, and that was great how he said that. Well,
George, thanks for another ride today.
well, you're very welcome.
Oh, did I tell you I went George takes the 11 home, so I hopped on the 11 for a little bit.
That's right.
We were on a 7800 though. Those are the 02s and 03s.
Okay. How many buses they make a year?
I would have to ask George that one. I don't know.
What's up?
How many buses do you think they make a year?
Make a year and Winnipeg, you mean?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Like 100.
No, what you would that all provinces more or less, well, they have to buy for Winnipeg actually.
Oh, speaking of Winnipeg Transit, you know Winnipeg Transit bought 24 7500s from us
Oh, wow.
because they were having problems with other buses. I don't know why they would buy 7500s. They were just as problematic.
Well, I'm wondering if they can take them to Flyer Industries because it's really in Winnipeg and refurbish them.
That's why, right?
It could be. I mean, the industry's right there.
Because I know they bought 7980. I don't know 7580, and they put a Cummins engine in that one, eh?
Right.
They swapped it.
Well, it would be easy to take them over there because they got all the parts, everything's there. They could refurbish them quite easily. And
Maybe they might buy some of these back from you guys.
well, the thing is, if they're buying in quantity, Transit might sell them at a reasonable price too.
I wonder what I might go for. 200,000?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
about
About a little more, maybe 250,000.
Yeah.
If I had a bus license, I would definitely buy one of these to drive them around.
Well, they were
Make it
telling
into a
us.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have your house on wheels.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll move to Winnipeg, so anytime my bus breaks down, Winterpeg, folks. But anytime my bus breaks down, I could just take it to New Flyer. Right, George?
Yeah, that's
Move to
right.
Winnipeg, drive this all the way down there.
It's gotta be cold in Winnipeg in the winter.
Oh, shit. You know what? If I lived there, I would have trouble starting the bus up.
Well, you know, in 1990, I saw this. I actually saw this. I can't remember if it was on TV. It might have been on TV. They said that the three big automakers from the United States were bringing all like their vehicles up to test them in Winnipeg in the winter. I couldn't believe
To
it.
see if they.
George, here's 7790. Have you driven that one? It's an 02.
Ooh, not sure. I don't
That-
think so. I don't remember driving it.
You're getting a lot more 77s towards the end of your career. Do you notice that?
Yeah. I do have.
Oh, did I tell you he got 7701 the other day? Oldest bus in the fleet.
Wow, yeah.
I told him it was gonna be a good bus, great on takeoff.
Yes. Yeah.
You smoke, George?
Only when I'm really mad.
I was gonna say, I just happened to look, I see all these lighters in your pocket
No,
there.
I keep finding them. I don't want them. I just found one here an hour ago.
George,
And it works.
George, is there something you're not telling me?
You don't need one here or anybody.
Well, you
needs
know,
one.
I don't need one, but sometimes we do science experiments and we're like,
Well,
oh, we could use a match.
Oh my goodness, if you want one, please. I don't only pick them up because they're good, they work.
Yeah.
You want one?
I know.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm not, I'm doing a rubber egg science
But if you
experiment.
know of anybody, any of your friends who smoke, if they want a lighter, by
Well,
all
I
means.
think a lot of people do e-cigarettes now, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
Did you have your November fire drill yet, or?
You know what? I think we did. They
Ju-
did it at the beginning.
Oh, so you just had another one. That's two now, right?
Yeah. We just had one that was nice. It was last week actually. Think about it. We didn't do another lockdown. I think we only do those every couple of months.
Well, Well, you only do 2 per year,
A
right?
lockdown? Yeah, I think so. But the fire drills, I think once a month.
Sometimes they do it every second month, though.
Yeah, if it's cold in January.
Well, sometimes you have to do it every second month, though, because it gets too cold.
Oh, somebody's running for the bus, George.
Oh,
There's a guy right there. Yeah, I just happened to see him.
Thank you.
Running like a madman.
I got pulled my shoulder out, please.
Oh, wow. Thanks for working.
Yeah.
Oh, George, you're not gonna like to hear this, but guess what? The other 12 bus driver has to deal with. 7731, eh? The really slow one.
Oh, okay. I don't mind hearing
I woke up and I'm like, oh no, is George gonna have to drive this one again?
Yeah. Well, I drove my wife's vehicle for the first time that she bought.
How was that?
Yeah, apparently it's so nice up here, but wow.
Nice and smooth?
Very
Kids must be looking forward to a big long break soon.
Yeah.
The last couple weeks you can tell they get kind of gampy and tired.
It's a radio station on Sirius Satellite Radio only for.
So Sirius XM.
You must not do anything much the last couple days before the big break.
No, well,
There's like
Huh?
85 bucks.
Yeah. They're not gonna focus on
Well, a
school.
pajama party kind of thing.
So we brought it back.
Hot chocolate.
They're not gonna focus if you did give them schoolwork all day. And who would want to do that before? And you want to have some fun with them. It's
Yeah, I noticed that for
It
sure.
looks interesting, but it's not like the old.
did you do it on the 21-degree day in November? That's when you had your fire drill?
This is an old one.
Like I was gonna say last Wednesday, rings a bell.
Oldie.
Yeah.
There's something old.
In the afternoon or something?
Well, I was thinking the
No
same
morning, eh?
thing. I can get something similar to this.
Is morning too chaotic? Is that
It
why
is,
you
it is.
schedule your drills in the afternoon?
People are late coming
It's one of the
in.
ones that articulate with.
It just takes, yeah, it makes for a lot of confusion.
I hear some schools had to postpone a couple of times on certain days because something happens in the office. For example, like at my high school, then they have to deal with that, and then they have to say we gotta postpone the fire drill because we got a lot of other things.
Yeah.
And they suddenly come up, so there's like, oh, we're gonna have to move the drill to next week.
Because the CK7, they built it slightly higher off the ground.
And I've seen that happen where a lot of schools had to postpone the drills because something comes up in the office and, you know, they have to deal with that.
They said enough.
I had the fire alarm go off twice in one day, though.
Normally they lower them a little bit.
Well, I mean, there's a wood shop, right? We have wood classes, and they were cleaning up and vacuuming in the wood shop, and the dust went into one of the detectors of the fire alarm system because it's part of the fire alarm system and set off the whole system. At like 3:30 in the afternoon, 9 minutes before the
Everybody
end.
left and they've come out.
The new truck.
Oh yeah.
They had to stay till 4 o'clock. But I got to go at 3:20 because my bus was already there anyways.
Lucky for you, eh?
But I was getting ready at my locker when it went off, so I was scrambling.
Yeah. Not always fun, is it?
And then first time it went off 1:30 for a fire drill, you're like, okay, fire drill, that's fine.
Yeah.
But when it goes off twice, you're wondering what's really happening.
That's what it is. You
Well,
can
if
get
you're
it
fixing it or something.
Right, you can get it with the box on the
Well,
back.
they usually announce it.
So it's very character. I would do it short box and do.
Yeah.
Well, you have a good rest of your day. You going to the school again tomorrow, or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Monday, Friday.
Yeah, that's good. But that's a lot of money.
Enjoy your ride.
Yeah. Thanks. Good to see you again.
See you tomorrow, maybe.
I'm not out on Tuesdays, but I'm out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday
Okay,
again.
yeah, maybe then.
Yeah.
Hey, George, enjoy your rain.
I was just gonna say the same. You have a nice
I missed it.
Bye-bye.
So my family had a Ford Flex for a long time. A car nailed us in the back and a car in the front. Now it drives sideways.
Oh.
So our insurance company ended it. It was a write-off and it went to a junkyard.
Oh yeah.
The engine was working just fine.
Yeah.
Everything was good on it. I kind of babied it a bit.
Yeah.
I was the person that kept it nice and clean and running properly.
Yeah. I used to do that with my wife's vehicles too.
Yeah.
That Jeep we had was the same way. It was a 2016 Liberty Renegade with the lift kit on it. I love driving it. Only had let's see, what was it? What's your rate there? 90,000 kilometers. That's pretty low.
Yeah.
It's great, but then the front wheel felt almost 100% rate on. Whoa. 4 minutes I tried doing 90K.
Whoa.
Luckily I was stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was stopped on Social Road to go get checked for that COVID virus. But I was going down the wrong trail, I got to do them all. 90K, 4 minutes later, I was on Silk Fork Road stop, and I went to turn left to get in the line, and it fell off. Not quite 100% off, it's still hanging, but it's only this far off the ground.
George, do you know what caused that?
What's that?
Do you know what caused that?
No, I never did really, but,
All mechanics know what caused it.
yeah.
It just the bolts weren't on it.
Yeah, it might have broke off the, I don't know if it was a tie rod that was holding it on or part of the axle. It had something to do with rust a little bit.
Yeah. Like a lot of the bolts do get rusted.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't come off, so they have to like beat them up and try and take them off.
Yeah. All I know is when I had it towed over to Sundown to the guys at that garage that they do our vehicles, he phoned us the next day. And because the back brakes needed to be done, and there was a bunch of other stuff to fit the building. Mind you, labor is $160 an hour.
Now?
Yeah.
They're paying you more.
Yeah, they were charging us rate. But they charged us for a half an hour to look at our vehicle, and they charged us $82 for a half an hour. So it's $160 an hour. But they said $7,000 for that labor. Yeah. So
That didn't or didn't?
It did. Yeah.
Like, I'd have to get my bike was worth $1,000 and that was without labor.
Oh, wow. That's
I didn't even do it. I'm just like, I'll just buy a new one.
I'm just assuming that's the labor on our vehicle. He said 7,000. So we just said Disney company, so we think about it.
Yeah. And some places will give you cash back on this.
Oh, I can go now. They gave us a $300 tax.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's not that bad. It's not much. Well, I thought it would be 500. But that's okay.
Look at this. Some truck went straight through the barrier. I have photos of it.
When did that happen?
Friday. I make money off that.
Well, how did you do that? The roads have been cut out.
No, right here was an ice patch.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, in the mornings.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah.
is icy in the
In
morning.
the morning, yes, you're right.
Because it freezes overnight, so.
This is the 660 over the radio. It said it was,
Yeah, the other car was backed up and it was like jackknifed in the tree somehow right there. I'm just like, how do you jackknife a car in the tree? And then look at this, another truck was right through the barrier.
Oh, he slipped when he went to go into the drive-in.
He might have.
Might have, yeah.
That could have, the truck that ran into the barrier over there could have done that.
That's right, yeah.
How was school today?
Okay.
Good. Monday, right? I always find after the weekend I'm always a little sluggish getting up when I would go to school.
Right, yeah. So when do you finish school for Christmas? Is it Friday, December?
I think so.
That's what I'm beginning
But
to
you're gonna see me every second day if possible.
Because Friday is December 25th, is a Friday. So they might give you the whole week off. That would make sense.
They might give us the whole week off for like 3 weeks off of school. They did the last year.
Yes, once the Christmas break starts, you can get 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get 3 this year due to COVID.
Oh, it could be.
Because of like everybody's gonna be everywhere.
And they're getting close to a vaccine.
I've heard.
Yeah,
There was a lot on Instagram about that. They're just like,
There's 2 of them. Pfizer and there's another one. And the other one is 94.5% efficacy. We're in phase 3 now. We're hoping around the end of December, if not sometime in January.
they said that nobody's ever gonna get, they're never gonna get to a vaccine.
Oh no, they're almost there now. Very close. And it could come out the last week of December. But if not, it will be January.
But it's gonna be a lot of money if you get a vaccine.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna jack up the price of this vaccine.
Well, what they're going to do is give it to doctors, nurses, people who are working in seniors' homes, and then fire department, police department, and paramedics. So the public isn't going to see it for a while.
Oh, it's all gonna be tested by them.
Not tested, they're testing it now. It should be okay to take by the time they're ready to release it to the public. It should be okay. Like I say, the tests are showing 94.5% effective right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get.
I'm not getting enough. I'm still going, man.
You know what? We gotta get somewhere. This has been way too stressful, right?
Well, I kind of want to get the mask off too. Like,
Oh,
it's-
see, here. You and me both. Wow, I keep forgetting like with the 7-Eleven or Circle K.
Yeah, like it's now a part of our life. You know, be like, okay, inside our homes, no masks. We're like, we're leaving. We're be like, where's our masks? We're all like scrambling to find them.
George, I see why you only covered your face and not your nose.
Well, I got the glasses on, and for some reason, it's just the glasses fall big now.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Oh.
So you got any big exams coming up at school?
None.
That's all awesome. Did I tell you last week I got to ride some old C-Train cars? Last week they had them out.
How old are we saying?
40 years old since 1981, them ones.
Oh, those guys, the ones you have with the buttons on. Those
Yeah, the
buttons.
fold-in doors and
Yeah.
stuff.
They were out for a long time until they got the new
I
ones.
know, and the rest
But I mean
The
when
rust
it
on those are going to be a lot of money to pay.
I don't think they're gonna fix them.
when a new one breaks down though, they bring those ones out.
Oh, so they fix it up and they have.
But I mean, the only maintenance they're getting now, they take good parts off of trains that they're decommissioning, and ones they want to keep running, they use those parts on those trains that are still going, so they recycle any good parts.
Yeah, like the engines in the cart.
Yeah.
Like I know all the engines.
You know what overheats on them a lot now, and you can smell it, is the brakes. Because the train jerks to a stop, so it puts pressure on the brakes.
Yeah.
How long would you give them to be around?
What?
Them old, really old cars, eh? The rest of them.
I don't know. There might be like 3 or 4 of them left.
Yeah, that's right. They got slow.
They're going day by day. Like, they try and get those out every weekend to get them efficient.
Yeah.
But transit's under a lot of pressure right now. Like, some of our new cars are still being very buggy, so they're trying to keep the old cars around for as long as absolutely possible. But their plan is, you know, they won't use them unless they absolutely have to. The one I was on, they ran it for 4 hours that day.
Were you on it the whole 4 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one that I was just on before I hopped on this, and it ended. Like they're just like, sorry, we're having maintenance problems, we have to go back. It's like,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Which one was it?
It was one of the newer ones.
Maintenance problem. Uh-oh. When was this?
Just now.
Oh, U2 time, I guess. We're gonna chase. You know what? If a U2 comes out, we're gonna chase it down. Oh, but when I was on it, I could really smell the brakes, eh? I thought it was like burnt rubber, eh? You know. But I mean, do you know some of the cars have 3.5 million on them?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is it this one here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got on Calgary's.
Two different stops. So the first one up there is just the one to go.
And on my channel, I got the oldest current C-Train car.
That's cool, man.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Of course there's a maintenance problem. Was it the really new ones you were on?
Yeah. I think.
Of course.
I don't pay a lot of attention.
I don't pay any attention to a lot of those. Yeah, you too.
Well, George, it's like we're gonna have to bring an old one out again.
Yeah, that's right. I'm glad the roads are good and the weather looks good for the next 2 weeks.
We're getting off at Somerset so we can wait for that one.
Okay, and are you getting back on later?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I was gonna take some 77s, but if the old C trains come, that's all gonna change. You know, people are commenting on my old C train stuff. It's like that footage is very valuable because they're so rare.
Yeah, right.
So they had to take that one out of service. Well, Transit should have built a part factory for our U2s. If they know this was going to happen to our new trains, they should have thought ahead.
Yes.
So they can refurbish them because they have a part factory, right?
That's right.
But that would be a lot of money, but it would be well worth it.
Yeah.
This one has great takeoff.
It's not bad at all. The retarder works good. The dash vents.
Man, the brakes on these 77s are always so crispy, eh? Good brakes.
Yes. And that fan there actually works. That's very rare.
So yeah, of course a maintenance problem. And then that train that probably quit had to go back to the garage. If they can move it.
Yeah, that's right.
There's one guy who subscribed to my channel. He loves the Siemens U2s. And me and him have been going back and forth about how the new train motors suck because they're computerized. Hey?
Yeah.
The motor in them are all computer, you know? Sometimes having something mechanical is a lot better because it's you driving the train. Like, I mean, there's a driver in every train, but a lot of the computers doing lots of work.
That's right.
And like, you know what each Siemens S200 car costs? $3 million.
Yeah, can you believe that, eh?
They're the Mask S200 C-Train cars, and they're not serving us very well.
Where did they come from? Germany?
Germany.
So they have to send them, I believe, to the States, and then from the States up here.
The Siemens factory, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where they actually built the trains.
Right.
In Sacramento, California.
That's what I thought.
Except our Siemens U2s were all built in Germany.
Okay.
The new ones were just design planned in Germany.
Right.
If the Germans built our new trains, we wouldn't have these problems.
Yeah, that's it.
See what the difference is? Our U2s were built by them.
Yeah.
That seems promising. I have a feeling they're gonna bring one out now. Now they're gonna have to use it. And if not, I'll be surprised. Maybe it was one of the refurbished cars that, I don't know. But it was a newer train. It might have been a 2300. Oh, George, did you hear what happened to one of our 2300 series cars? Our 2010 cars. They had to scrap one of them.
Oh, wow.
2311, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a bad accident. It was leaving Tuscany a few years ago and it crashed.
Oh, right.
The driver was going at regular speed but just lost control. And the car that sustained the most damage was that one.
Oh, right, yeah. That's right, yeah.
In that car, all the windshield was smashed.
That's right, yeah. Some kind of fence post went right through the windshield.
A couple of our U2s had to be scrapped, in like 2008 due to accident.
Oh, okay.
It was 2027, 2019.
Wow.
But you know what they did? They took the two damaged cars and created one U2 together called 2090. That's how 2090 lives today.
Oh, okay.
You must have been on them to know how bad the rust actually is.
Right. Yeah.
He must have been at the station when it broke down, at his stop. So he was able to... Maybe that's why he was running after your bus.
Could be.
Because the train broke.
Yeah.
I don't think the last 20 years.
Right.
Imagine how jerky our new cars will be in 20 years. Computer problems, then you got the
You're
jerkiness.
very welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Man, the turbo on this thing,
Yeah.
Unbelievable when
Really
you take...
is.
Can you really notice it when you're driving?
Yeah.
The turbo in the
A little bit. I don't drive too fast if I don't have to. Like right now.
Imagine if you could take it on barefoot, you would really hear it.
Oh boy.
When that makes that noise in the back there, that must be the air brakes or something.
It must be. I guess so. welcome.
Thanks,
Oh,
George.
you're welcome. Nice to see you again.
I'll be back on later.
Okay, that sounds great.
Have you watched the
Good to
first
see you
one?
again.
The first one?
Yeah.
It was good, right?
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
And then there's the second one again coming.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, George.
Very well.
See you later.
See you later.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
bye.